Hello guys, welcome back to another video. However, this is not going to be an explanation. This is going to be a Q&A video, as you can see from the image that I'm sharing. Now, I make these types of videos when people ask me enough questions or you make enough comments on the feedback quizzes that we do after each partial. And this is basically just for me to share some of the answers that you guys asked me for, or just, I don't know, just casually talk a little bit about the class. So let's get to some of the comments that you guys left. Now, a lot of comments are just positive comments, just a lot of positivity, mentioning that you like the class, you like me as a teacher, and so on, right? So I'm not gonna read those in particular because I mean I do appreciate all of them, but I don't have like all of the comments here. Okay, so I only chose some that are either questions or some that I can comment on. Okay. So, well, one question that I have here is enchiladas rojas or verdes? Uh, yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit of Spanglish also, okay? Enchiladas rojas or verdes? I'm gonna say rojas, although I have nothing against green ones, okay? Somebody also mentions that they want to do a lot of activities outside. We do have at least an activity per partial planned for like for the activity to be outside. Hopefully we can do maybe some more. And somebody says that they don't want to do expositions and like presentations, say some, and no random teams. Unfortunately, sometimes we are gonna have to present. Not really. It's not really like in all the projects. I think it was just in the first partial one. And as for the random teams, most of the time I do like making random teams, and that is just for the sake of you guys socializing and making new friends. But yeah, it does have a purpose. Somebody says, "What do you imagine in 20 years?" I'm not sure if you mean like the world or me. I'm gonna interpret it as me. So I see myself in 20 years maybe with my own school, my own English school, hopefully. And yeah, with a lot of people wanting to learn English there. Yeah. We have another one that says do more activities on groups of 4 or 5. That is very specific, but normally the projects are 4 or 5, and the activities, I mean, it depends on the activities. Sometimes it has to be a different number, but we can try maybe. Somebody says, I don't feel comfortable with weird people, but weird people are the best type of people. I think everybody's a little bit weird in their own way. Somebody asked me what football team do I support? Now, I'm gonna answer both. If you mean football, what we know close to the border as soccer, it'll be Cholos because of obviously I am from here from Tijuana. And if you're talking about football, NFL, I'm gonna say Steelers. I kind of also like the Broncos, but more of a Steelers fan. Somebody just says that they like the class. Yeah. Thank you for those comments, obviously. Somebody says, keep uploading the videos. They were helpful for the exam. Now, I know most people don't watch the presentation videos and much less this one, but I make this video for the 1 or 2 people that had watched them. Yeah, maybe you have something that you have to do and you can listen to it in the background. I'm not sure. Somebody says they're gonna try better on their text next partial. Yes, I mean, as long as you're trying and as long as it's your own creativity that I'm seeing, I cannot ask for anything else, right? So just write your own words, basically. Somebody says they don't want to be a part of a big group. Sometimes we have to be a part of a big group. It depends. Maybe next semester you're going to be of a medium-sized group or a smaller group at least. So you can look forward to that. Right now, just have as much fun as possible. Try and meet as many friends as possible. And yeah, talk to different people. Somebody says that they want me to make the teams for the small activities. I want to think for just for the small activities. But yeah, I mean, for these particular people who are not like, they're the minority, I would say. But that's the reason why I make the teams myself, because sometimes people are shy and they want to work with different people, or they want to get a chance to know different people. And this is kind of like the chance that they have, like me making the teams. Somebody else says that they're asking me if I like Ronaldo or Messi. I like both. I mean, they play different positions. If I had to choose, if I wanted either of them on my team, I would want both, obviously. And it depends on what position you're asking. Like, do you prefer a striker or do you prefer somebody that creates plays? So, yeah, in my opinion. Somebody asked me for my favorite Pokemon. It is Arcanine or Growlithe, but yeah, mainly Arcanine. Somebody asked, or they say, no more team assignments. We do have to work on team assignments, so you guys can get a chance to work with different people, and at the same time, just build more relationships with different people. Again, we're always working on teamwork competency, so that's kind of like the reason. Uh, somebody says, don't ask us, please don't ask us to present in front of people or in front of everyone, it says. I'll try not to, but in some cases we do. It kind of helps you to break out of your shell a little bit. So hopefully, if you have to at some moment, you take it as an opportunity. Uh, Somebody asked me if I want to have kids. Uh, yeah, I assume at some moment of my life, yeah. I'm not against kids, so yes. Somebody says this is a very positive comment. It's in Spanish, but they basically say like they like the way I give the class. They like the way you guys work or we work in class, and they're grateful that they are actually being able to communicate better in English, and that they're slowly starting to their shyness is starting to slowly melt away. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for those types of comments. This is basically why I like being a teacher. These types of comments. Somebody asked me how many cups, well, they say copas, do I have in Clash? I assume Clash Royale. I'm not sure if you call them cups in English. I haven't played the game, so I have none, no, no cups. Somebody asked me if I can give you food. Maybe in Halloween, yeah. Why not? Somebody wants me to give you extra points so you can exempt. Obviously, if you win them, if you earn them on the exam or on the classwork, anywhere where I give them out, if you earn them, by all means, I will give them to you. Somebody says that. Uh, oh, okay, this is like a personal one. I thought it was a different one. This one says that they need to work harder and they need to read the rubric. And I think a lot of people missed the mark on reading the rubric. We're just trying a little bit harder. Hopefully, we can bounce back in the second partial. And yeah, somebody says work more. And okay, this is kind of like a personal comment that they want to work more for the second partial, and they're going to choose a different team. Now, remember that your friends can be your friends, but maybe sometimes you don't work the same with them. Like, you can still be friends and not be on the same team for a project or for something that has a huge value of your grade. So, yeah, just think about it like that. You don't have to stop being friends if you're not on the same team. Somebody says, "Oh, they don't like that I make you guys have to upload the activities to Blackboard, and they would just prefer for me to check the activities in class." Now I understand where you're coming from, and I do kind of check activities in class. I just don't sign anything, right? The reason why I ask you guys to upload it to Blackboard is so we can have the evidence. So in any case, like there's anything that is wrong with your grade or we need to prove something, we always have the evidence online. It's always backed up because I know sometimes you might lose a notebook. Maybe you did it on an extra sheet of paper because you forgot your notebook that day and you lose that piece of paper. I mean, we always have that fallback that we have the activity on Blackboard. so we can back up any claims that we have for any grade that we have. Somebody else says that they want to pay more attention. Hopefully you do. Yeah, hopefully you pay more attention. Uh, Maybe move to a different place. Maybe sit in the front. If you are seeing this, let me know. Maybe I can help you out if you have a hard time like actually committing to moving by yourself. Somebody says that they want me to help you with extra points on the exam. I always give you at least one. This second partial, it's gonna be two. Well, I mean, it's like uh, two answers basically, right? It's not like a full extra point, right? But I'm gonna give two extra points on the exam. This second partial, okay? Somebody says that my accent and pronunciation is really good. It's, I think it's as good as it can be for a person that hasn't really been to the United States more than like 5 times in their lifetime. And my only, basically, I only speak to you guys in English. I don't really talk outside of school in English. So I think it's as good as it can be for the lack of practice I have and for just learning from the TV. So yeah. Somebody wants more fun activities. Hopefully I can deliver. I mean, I try as much as I can. You guys know we're working with the book sometimes. So, I mean, it can be only as fun as it can be with the book. We can try and also add activities like we've done where we go outside. So I can try as much as possible. But if you guys have a specific activity that you find dynamic, let me know and we can see how we can adapt it. If not, then I'll just try and bring my own activities. But again, it's gonna be hit or miss with some people. Some people are gonna like it, some people might not like it. So just always keep an open mind. Not everything is gonna be positive for you in particular, but is it dynamic? Am I bringing something different? Just keep that in mind always. Oh, somebody wants me to. It's kind of it's related to the quizzes and the amount of time it takes for people to answer the quizzes. So I mean, just always keep in mind the quizzes are designed to for you guys to do them in kind of like 30 minutes, the feedback quizzes that we do after each partial. And I know sometimes people might be doing something else. I mean, just I'm gonna be more specific next time. Like you log in basically if you want to give feedback to the class. It's not a mandatory thing. I would like for everyone to be able to give feedback to the class so we can improve on it. But at the same time, I know like I can't have full control over people, like checking what they're doing specifically, because at the same time it's supposed to be anonymous. So I can't be shadowing or seeing your screen because again, where's the anonymity there? Like I would be reading basically your answers. So again, I'll try and do a little bit better and clarifying that the activity is more so for people who actually care about the class and want to give feedback. Like not make it so mandatory. So we can do it faster. Somebody asked me if you can 1v1 me in chess. Now I know how the pieces move in chess, but I'm not really good at chess. If you want to 1v1 me, I'll 1v1 you on Yu-Gi-Oh, but not on chess because I'm not really good at chess. Somebody says if I could raise their grade, I would be more than happy to, as long as you earn it. So yeah. Somebody just says that they need to practice more and pay more attention. Again, if I can help you out in anything, let me know. Somebody wants me. This is a comment I saw a lot of. However, I just copied it one time, but it says like I should play movies in class in English, obviously, right? So we would practice our listening, and we might, depending on how much time we have after, like after everything is said and done, after we did the project, after we saw the topics, maybe we might have 1 hour here or there, right? But only in those particular cases. So yeah. Somebody says that they don't want as many projects in teams. All of the projects are in teams because we're always working on the teamwork on a different teamwork competencies, right? However, you must remember that most of the projects, if somebody is not working on the team, you can still deliver it without said person's assignment. So it is kind of like more, I mean, it kind of has elements of both. It's a team assignment that at the same time you guys can remove anybody and it will not affect your grade in the end. So yeah, just think about it like that. I know some people want to work by themselves and just kind of carry themselves without having to work with different teams, but if you are mentioning this because you have a hard time finding a good team, just start looking for one. But yeah, or maybe find new teammates for the next project. Somebody asked me if I think I look like Peter Parker. Uh, I'm not sure which out of all of them. Is it the comic book one or which from the MCU? 'Cause we've had three, I believe. I don't think I look like either of them, to be honest. And somebody in this case, they mentioned that one of the classmates should be quiet. I know who it is. I know the class this comment is from and all that. But I don't wanna mention the person obviously, but I do wanna, I added this comment because I wanted to make sure that we're on the same page where you're open to people being different. Now, a lot of people are very talkative. Some people are not so much. Some people get annoyed by that. Some people don't. Some people always want to talk. Like, I mean, we have different personalities, and you have to always keep that in mind. So, yeah, we have some people that talk maybe a little bit too much for everybody's taste, or maybe it's not like what you would prefer, or maybe it distracts you. Uh, but we have been getting better at people not talking while I'm presenting and all that, especially in this particular classroom where this comment is from. But I think every classroom kind of has like somebody that talks a little bit more than anybody would like. I don't have any problem with it, as you guys have seen from the classroom interactions. So I just want you guys to keep an open mind and kind of like remember we're all different. So some people just kind of have the need to speak out a little bit more, or maybe say a few extra comments here or there, right? So just be open about it. Try not to give anybody a hard time. If somebody is talking and I see that it's interrupting either my presentation or something that's important, well, you guys know I might move somebody. I'm gonna do something, right? But just keep an open mind and let's not have negativity, right? That's what I want to say. We have another comment that says, please do more Kahoots and quizzes like the one we did, were the feedback one. We can always have one. We have one for narrative tenses that we haven't done, and we have the feedback quiz after, right? So we only have as many, maybe like one each partial. If you want extras, maybe let me know. Yeah. Somebody says, get better, get better rubrics, or get the rubrics better, something like that. I'm not really sure I understand the comment that well. So I'm not sure if you want me to improve on the rubrics. If so, let me know. Let me know what you think can be improved. Because as far as I've noticed, they're pretty straightforward. They're simple. They explain everything in detail. So yeah, let me know what you mean by the comment. Somebody wants more extra points. And to wrap everything up, somebody says that I'm a good teacher. I mean, I did have a lot of positive comments again. I'm not gonna read all of them because it's not what this is about. This is just about me maybe talking a little bit about some of the comments we can actually comment on. And I don't want to toot my own horn just by reading the positive comments, which I do appreciate. I mean, I read them and I do smile when I read them. So I do appreciate everybody's positivity, and hopefully we can make this second partial better. But yeah, I will see you in class. If you did see all of this, let me know. But yeah, take care and see you in class again.